The return of the NBA tonight, a potential play-in preview. Lakers and Warriors, the two teams sit 9th and 10th in the West, respectively. But according to ESPN analytics, the Warriors have a 63% chance to make the postseason, while the Lakers sit at 44%. One key factor for those playoff chances, LeBron's availability. He's out tonight with an ankle injury. Lakers 4-3 in games without him this season. And for the Warriors, they'll look to ride the success over their last 10 games into the second half of the season. They're 8-2 in that span, averaging almost 125 points per game.
NBA analyst Tim Legler joins us now. And Legs, Klay Thompson came off the bench for the first time since his rookie season to score 35 against the Jazz last week when we saw them in action. How do you view this role for Klay going forward?
I think they're going to take this as sort of a small sample size and see how it goes. If Klay Thompson is receptive to it and embraces it, which he did, and I gave him a lot of credit for that because I can't overstate how difficult that is for a player of Klay Thompson's caliber to accept that and embrace it and go in with the right mindset. He obviously did that in the game against Utah, and he admitted that. It worked. It unleashed him. And I think the difference for Klay is this. When you are a starter and you're struggling, you're torn between trying to get yourself going at the start of the game and also finding that flow collectively for your team. When you're coming off the bench, it's a different mentality. It's come in and get cooking. You know what you're out there to do and why you just entered the game. And I think that helped Klay. He's thinking less in that role. Now, will this be something they stay with? Well, I think a lot of that's going to depend on how he's playing and is the team winning. And if that's the case, you might see the Golden State Warriors employ this the rest of the season. I think Brandon Podziemski gives them a great option as a starter. He allows this to take place because of the way he has played. And so everybody's happy right now, but it's a one-game sample size. Let's see how they continue this out of the break.
Yeah, I mean, Klay hasn't looked like this since we said his rookie season over a decade ago. Statistically, just hasn't been great. Whatever it takes, I think, at this point for the Warriors to get on track. Meanwhile, Lakers, they've won 6 out of their last 7 games heading into the All-Star break. What's it going to be in terms of the key for LA to make a run here in the second half of the season? Consistency against good teams. I look at their schedule, and this is a very important stretch for them. So over the next 10 games, they play 7 teams that are ahead of them in the Western Conference standings. So here's your chance. You want to make a case that you're going to make things very interesting later in the year? This is your chance to do that. Oh, by the way, in that 10 games, they also have a game against Milwaukee. So you've got 8 teams ahead of them in the standings that they're going to get here over the next 3 weeks. And I want to see how they consistently bring an approach that shows you that they're now serious, because I don't think the regular season is that relevant to the Lakers. They've always been a team that, since they put this together, that's, hey, let's just be healthy when the right time comes in mid-April and we'll make a run. That's not going to happen this year in the West, I don't believe. There's too many minefields. So you've got to position yourself to be in a favorable spot to make that run, and you can help yourself here over the next 3 weeks. So I want to see how they play against teams that are ahead of them in the Western Conference. Yeah, it's 6 out of the last 7 before the break. That's when they found some consistency, then had to take a long pause. Where they pick up tonight, we will find out.
I'm on fire. It's NBA,